My buddy tased his girlfriend's crazy ex. This is a family friend of ours. I think this was back in like the 80s or 90s, just so you can picture it. But this guy was one of my uncle's friends. He's dating this chick. I think they said they were dating for like 2 or 3 months or something. And one day she was like freaking out because her crazy ex had just got out of prison and found out that he was on the way over to confront her because she had a new boyfriend and all this stuff. So he was like, okay. He was like real calm about the whole thing. He got in his car, and by the time the crazy ex showed up, he was like in his car trying to leave. So the dude came like running out, came like running around the corner, tried to go grab him or something, and he just boom, he just tased the shit out of him. He like fell down. He threw the car in reverse and took off out of there. Took off. So that's the whole story. That was one of the funniest things I had ever heard. My grandpa just told me that story like 2 weeks ago. I was laughing my ass off, man. It was absolutely hysterical. And this guy, he lives down in Miami now, and this guy has some of the craziest dating stories that I have ever heard. Like, I need to get this guy on the podcast. Like, it's not that I don't know him that well. Like, family friends, he grew up with my uncle, like his childhood friends of my uncle. So we grew up with the guy. So he's always been around, but I need to just get this dude up here and just have him start ripping out his dating story podcast. He said everything from like, he ended up in like some exotic pet store one time with some Russian chick because he was trying to buy her a pet and dating her or something. My parents recently visited him, said some chick was like chasing him down in the parking lot because he was like ghosted her after a couple dates or something. She was like stalking him and shit. Like, the guy just has story after story after story with crazy chicks, and it just never fails to entertain. So that one though, the tasing was one of my favorites. I'm just picturing like this dude coming running around the corner, just boom, getting tased in the neck or some shit. I don't know what happened, but I'll have to have honestly, even though it's not his story, I'll have to have my grandpa come on and tell that one because, oh my gosh, it's got to be like top 5 funniest stories I've ever heard in my life. So, so yeah, that's a short one today, but a funny one. And like I said, he's got more dating stories than you could shake a stick at. And I guess that's one thing, like not him specifically, but just in general, I feel like when it comes to dating and relationships, and I don't have a lot of experience in that category, so I'm not saying that this is correct advice, just more my opinion. But I feel like, and not even just with dating and relationships, with a lot of things in life, it's like if you're looking for it and trying really hard to force it to happen, that it's almost inevitable that it doesn't work out. And I don't know if that's just as humans, like we're not living from our genuine selves when we're trying so hard to create something, where when you just kind of let it go and put it in God's hands, then you don't know what to do. And that's when, that divine intervention comes into things. I don't know. But I just feel like I'm okay being alone and not with somebody until I find the right person. And not necessarily like I'm desperately out looking for that person all the time, but just like, I'm focused on myself and trying to improve and get better because I want to be somebody appealing and somebody who has their life in order when I do come across the right person, So, and not that I'm not going out on dates and living, still trying to live my life and stuff, but I just feel like if you try to force that type of stuff, it's never going to work. Like, you want to be with somebody who actually wants to hang out with you and enjoys your company. And obviously that takes an icebreaker, like a first date and, an initial contact at some point to get to know somebody. But like, I'm not good at like texting. I don't like sliding in DMs. Like, it's not that I don't try to do that shit, but I'm just like, if it's a text message or it's always on the phone, like everything is in our society today, it's like, I feel like everybody misreads that, like you could be sending, it's like that Key and Peele skit. Like, you could be sending a text and you're totally chill, but the other person could be looking at that like, what the fuck is that? Or vice versa. Like, you just never know when all the communication is through a piece of technology. It's like, I want to actually meet you in person. I want to see if we vibe. I want to see how the conversation goes. Do you like my sense of humor? Do we enjoy each other's presence? Like, those are the type of things that actually make a relationship, not how quick you can text somebody back or how long it takes you to respond to a message. Like, that shit to me, like, you can use it as an icebreaker in our society today because that's what's like the phone is so prevalent in everything. And like I said, that's coming from someone who posts on social media. Like I enjoy posting on social media, but as far as like my significant other, like the woman that I want to be with, like I want to spend time with her in person. I want to hang out and see where that goes, not just a bunch of texting back and forth like we're pen pals and shit. So that's just my opinion. I don't know how I thought about that from this tasing story, but that guy, like I said, we don't say names on here for liability purposes, but if I can ever get that guy on this podcast, I promise you we will have like a series of just phenomenally hilarious and totally unpredictable out of pocket dating stories. So hopefully we get him on someday. That's today's episode. We'll be back with more soon. Talks with Tom.
Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get easier? I'll be up and away up the street getting paid, but I can't even breathe no more. What's it to me?